Brace yourselves for the big one. The Celaban will be dropping their brand new album on you. Hey, for Carnival 2011. It's the fever. The Carnival fever is in the air. Pause, my brother.
All right. How did you establish yourself as the Carnival station of Anguilla?
Simple. Very simple. Stay culturally grounded and stay with the people. Simple formula.
And okay, how do you stay unbiased knowing that a couple of your family members themselves have separate bands?
That is simple too. The family is one thing, but when you come to the microphones here, you have to be unbiased. Once you're in the chair here, you put on the neutral cap. You know what I'm saying? So even though I have family, who own bands and all that stuff, at least I have two family members who are band captains. I don't do that stuff. I support them. Of course, I support them. I support all good music. For that matter. But when it comes to being biased, no, I'm not biased. I'm down the middle, neutral.
Now, I've seen people like Drac, I've seen British Dependency, I've seen Exodus, I've seen everybody basically release here on your lawn. Why is that?
Well, it goes back to what I said earlier, when we first started, this station, and I'm the principal of the organization here. We are very culturally minded. Our foundation is culture, and once you stick to that course, people after a while automatically begin to realize that and they gravitate to you. It's about culture. Whatever we do here is culture. You know what I'm saying? This is what Anguilla is all about. And we represent that part of Anguilla.
Now, all this band talk that's taken place last year, right? Certain individuals called in and they express what if you can say something to those individuals, right, who did not get what was going on, exactly what was taking place here in the studio last year. If you can speak directly to them, what would you tell them?
In terms of, you mean people who was expressing concern that they might be a little negative or there, but is it that you're talking about?
Yeah, they just didn't get understand what was taking place.
Because the band talk, brother, I will tell you this, and this station, and myself and DJ Jam in particular, it's something that we really created. We created all the hype around the bands, for that matter, and we would have seen, this band business and Anguilla mushroom into a big business. For example, you come Bandarama night, look at the village, you look at the numbers, So our intention all along has been that, to really fill the village, to really create excitement, around the whole, the whole band environment. And we've been successful doing that. But of course, there are those who have expressed to me their concerns by way of emails and letters and telephone calls that it might be negative and all that stuff. But I don't share that. I don't share that because I don't just see that. It is to me clean fun. We're having clean fun here, and we always try to express that to our listeners, youngsters in particular. Hey, we are hyping this up because we want to make it excited. I don't want you to fight, really. And for the most part, they get the message. Now, if a guy go there and fight, out there, you cannot tie that to band talk, or to DJ Hammer in particular, or to whoever for that matter. It is, it's just what they're doing. But my appeal though to youngsters out there is that, this is the big business, the carnival, the bands. It's about commercial activity. Please don't fight there.
So, which one of the bands do you think are going to make it out this year?
No, well, I told the listeners on the station here that I would have heard, some of the band stuff, some of the material from a number of bands around here. They're working, they're in the studios. Some of them are just about finished with the album. Some are nearing completion and all this stuff. And to me, they just sound good. I love what I'm hearing. I heard a bit of PPI the other night. And this sounds good. I love what I'm hearing from those guys. The Exodus band, the Generals, I heard them too. I believe that this year, they have improved over last year. I heard them for sure. That's my take on that. Infusion band, those guys again, those guys are improving. Those guys are right up there this year. And what will shock you this year, brother, is the Seller band. They are dropping out tonight here on Class FM, and those guys would have gone from from here up to listen, it's a whole different set of band. You know, they have turned the corner. They have achieved big band status now. You know, and this evening they will shock you when you hear what they produce, man. All right, but all in all, the bands are good. You know, they're all nice. You know, who will take the crown this year? As I always say, your guess is as good as mine. Because I learned something here, bro. Over the years, I've learned this. You know, you never guesstimate this thing. You know, you wait until the time has come because the folks out there are the ones who decide that. You know that they always decide what they want to walk up to. And the folks leave home in the morning, Jubilee morning, early, and with their mind set on who they're gonna jump behind them and jump up behind them every time. The same can be said of Calypso Queen show. They leave home, with their minds on pre-programmed. And so once the music it gets out there on the air, and folks would have had a chance to listen to the music, they will determine that basically among themselves, brother. But I believe right now, it's fair game, it's open game. You know, the defending champion will have to defend their crown. But the old saying goes, on easy lies the head who weighs the crown. And it's very hard being hunted. And in this case, they're not being hunted, so it's tougher for them. But may the best band win, you know what I'm saying? Okay, for example, my brother, all the bands sound good as I mentioned to you a while ago, but I'm concerned about the so-called smaller bands who does not have the resources, financial resources to get on the road. That is a drawback in itself because these bands, brother, for the most part, they have great material and they have fans too, but for some reason, financial reasons more so, they're able to get on the streets of Anguilla. I think we should find a way of somehow, helping those guys get on the streets. For example, the Fusion Band, they can go there, we have Session Band with G-Man, a new band, but it's a really dynamic band, you know what I'm saying? So we should find ways and means of helping those guys to really get on the road for Juve and Paradox Troops, So I guess it's here where corporate Anguilla, can come into play. But this is all for the future. We can explore all these things, but it's a good thing because having music and just good music and unable to get on the streets, something else, man. We need to help them for sure. Quite frankly, the Anguilla Carnival, over the years has been one of the better carnivals in the region, and a very safe one too. All right, and I want to encourage folks, our people in the diaspora, North America, UK, wherever, Europe, further afield, to come on down here to our carnival this year. Participate, we promise you a grand time as always, and to our youngsters out there, and for our young Anguillans, the young men and ladies, come on out, enjoy the carnival, soak up the culture, so to speak, soak up the culture, man, and keep it safe, play it safe, have a safe carnival 2011, and I'll see you on the beach at Sandy Ground August Monday. That's my favorite event, man, August Monday at Sandy Ground. I just love that place, on a Monday.